Rushden and Diamonds, and to non-league football, well, it's just breathtaking, really, isn't it? One day this team will be a league side. I've absolutely no doubts about that.
Hello, how are you? And a huge welcome to the lower league management journey with me, John, aka Old Man Suda, and we're back at AFC Rushden and Diamonds once again. And not a lot particularly happened since I last saw you, which, if I go to the schedules and you'll see, was only, well, 2 games ago. Cambridge City was obviously the last episode. We had a couple of games we were meant to play, but they all got cancelled or postponed due to waterlogged pitches and stuff like that, because it's in sort of January, February. Which, for if you're not in the UK, January and February are probably the 2 months where we have our worst weather. So unless you're up north, but I'm Rushden, or they're not up north. They're sort of Midlands to southeast. So yeah, sort of East Midlands. So usually around January and February is when you get all the rain and snow and frozen pitches and that sort of stuff. So unfortunately we had 2 games that were postponed. I think Edgeham was one, and I can't remember who the other ones were off the top of my head now. But yeah, they both basically got pushed back a bit. So we've only played 1 game, which we won 2-1. Not a bad little result for us. If it lets me click on it, there it goes. As you can see, we scored all 3 goals. We were in control of the game for the most part. Didn't play overly well or anything like that, but yeah, we deserved to win it. And again, we managed to get the goals towards the end of the game, but we were pretty much in charge of the game overall. We just didn't play very well, unfortunately. So that's not done too bad for us. As you can see, we're 1 point behind Cambridge, but we do have a game in hand, which is the big thing. We've got 2 games in hand over Bedford, and we've also got, you know, a game in hand over the likes of Northwood, who are right up there behind us. So there's still, obviously, over the next couple of sort of weeks, while we're playing our games in hand, that there's a real good chance of us going top by at least a point, maybe even 2, if we can win all our games still. So it's obviously gone really well for us at results in other places to catch Cambridge back up and to be there or thereabouts. Apart from that, there's not much else really to talk. Oh, there is actually. Ben Heath, our substitute or our reserve goalie, who he played a couple of games for us, not many, has left the club. Basically, he was moaning, saying he wanted to leave because he wasn't getting first time football. I sort of said to him, well, every time I put you in, we've been losing, so you know I can't justify putting you in when Bufton's playing so well compared to you. And he sort of kicked off a bit more, and in the end we sort of said, well, leave. He's not on a contract or anything like that. He was on a non-contract, so he's gone. So we've got Alan Lewis even, who can come in. He doesn't look like a bad little goalie. His throwing's not particularly good, or his one-on-ones he's got a lot of work still to do overall, but as a sort of sub goalie, I think he'll do absolutely fine for us. Apart from that, Bell Toxley's back. Sheriff's now back as well, and we're coming straight back into the team. As you can see, he's back. He's got a little bit of fitness issues, still sharpness and that sort of stuff, but overall he's back and should do a good job for us. Apart from that, finances aren't looking too bad. We'll drop back under 100k, but I'm hoping with a couple of home games and stuff like that, we can maybe get that back up. And I'm still looking to finish. I mean, I don't know what the projection says. The projection says we're end of the season, we should be finishing on about 53k. Hopefully we can actually do a bit better than that, and I would imagine we will do it. I would imagine we're going to sort of stay around the 90 to 100k mark, which is absolutely fantastic for us. It's 40k up, so couldn't really complain about that if I wanted to. But to be honest, I'd be even more happy if we can actually, you know, get a higher in that, depending on what we can get at the end of the season for where we finish and that sort of stuff. So we'll wait and see, but there's always a good opportunity for us to maybe, hopefully, a bit more. We might get a couple more fan days and that, which bring in a lot of income. I was talking to a couple of other YouTubers now about lower league saves, and again, I said it in a couple of episodes before, the finances are so important, and you know, before you do anything else, is sort the finances out. And I know some clubs that you go to, their finances are absolutely terrible. They'll have such a high wage budget and that sort of stuff. And I know it's a lot of work, but really, I said it before and I'll say it again, one of the big things I would do, first thing when you get into a lower league management save, is go through the team, sort out the finances, make sure that you're not spending too much over or too much under or anything like that. And really try and make sure that you can keep the finances good, because if you keep the finances good, you'll be able to build the squad. And these lower league managements aren't about promotion. It's about building the squad over the seasons, not about just buying as many players and getting into whatever league, because eventually you'll come a cropper and you'll either get sacked or you'll end up just getting relegated after relegation. If you can build it up slowly, and try and move up each time. So even if you're predicted to finish near relegation, you finish mid-table. Mid-table, you finish in the playoffs. In the playoffs, you win the league. It might take you 2 or 3 seasons sometimes to get through a league. That's fine, as long as you sort the finances out and you can build the squad as you're going, and it all rolls into one. So I've said it before and I'll say it again, is the finances are huge, and if you can make a profit, especially in these lower leagues, even if it's just like 10 grand or something like that, that is a huge amount, and that is a lot. And I think a lot of other YouTubers or people who know bloggers and all that sort of stuff would say a lot of the same sort of thing for the lower league management saves. But yeah, so apart from that, like I said, Ben Heath's gone. We are slightly over the wage budget due to the fact that some of our youngsters have now reached 17 and been given professional contracts. A good example of this would be like Brendan Karach. As you can see, he's on 55 quid now. He's obviously going to be probably a really good player for us, and probably next season he's probably going to start featuring a little bit more for us, depending on what we can do with our formations and that. And I think he could be a really important player for us next season. But yeah, apart from that, but it shouldn't be too much. 20 odd quid shouldn't be too bad. It's when you get into 100, 200 quid over, and that you can start coming a cropper again. And apart from that, I think that's it. So we're going to get into the game, which is actually tomorrow. So we'll see how many times we've got to press this. We've got to press this more than a few times. I might just, actually there'll be a little cut, and then we'll be on the team sheet. All right, guys. So I'll see you in a second. Right, guys, welcome back, and just want to show you there's been 1 or 2 more games. Obviously we're playing a cup game, so we're not going to see it, but you can see here Cambridge won, so they actually go 4 points ahead of us, but we do have 2 games in hand, so we can go sort of 2 points clear of them still, obviously. And Northwood looks like they might have drew their game, so they stayed on 51. They're on 51 points now, but obviously there is a chance for us again. We've got those 2 games in hand. We've got Barton Rovers, it looks like, and I think it's Edgeham. Yep, so we win those 2 games in hand. Obviously, we're going to go top of the table by 2 points, and we're going to create a little bit of a gap from Northwood and Bedford as well, which would be really good for us. But it's all about the cup today, so we get straight into the cup. I pressed the wrong button. We'll get straight to the cup here, and select our team, shall we? And pretty much this is the team we're going to go with. Overall, I think this will probably be about as good a team as we can put out at the moment. It's probably about our strongest team, really. Anyway, with Buffton in goal, we've got Baisley on the left, Walker and Dolman in the centre on defence, and O'Brien on the right. Hoban out on the left, Hendry and Ford in the centre, and Colson out on the right in the midfield, with Cedric and Sharif up front in their usual roles. We've got Lewis, the new goalie, or not say new goalie, but the goalie who came in as the sub goalie. He's on the bench with Ashton, Alton, Guiseley and punter. We're going on the counter as well because Kings Langley are a league above us. They've probably got a bit more quality as well. So I feel let's try and hit them on the break, see if we can get something out of it, and hopefully we can. So we'll see how we get on. Obviously, getting into the final would be absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure who we play in the final. We'll probably find that out afterwards. But there'll be another cut and we'll get straight to the game because you don't need to see me. You know what? I will show you this quickly. It's just a weak foot on the 2 up front. We'll also put a weaker foot on the 2 on midfielders on the wings. We'll close down the strikers and tight mark them as well. And Liam Dolan, it says here we should close down. So we'll close down him as well. And that's all we'll do for now. Quickly do the team talk. all we're going to say is, come on lads, show me what you can do. Hasn't done much, but we'll see if we can boost it a little bit here, which seems to have worked reasonably well. Do just the strikers as well quickly. Get this out of the way. There we go. And we'll get off straight to the game. And yeah, I mean, if we can win this, it'll be absolutely fantastic to get into a final in our first season. I know it's not a big cup or anything like that. It's not an FA trophy or anything like that, but I just feel like getting into any sort of cup with a chance for silverware is just, you know, it's a nice little tidbit for the season, really, isn't it? And it's some extra income and that sort of stuff. As we seem to have had quite a few shots already, 2 on target, which looks pretty good, but unfortunately none of them have been highlights. And the first highlight looks like it goes to King Langley, but we get it out and Cedric's got a chance here. He bombs forward. He's got a defender with him, but he gets across into Sheriff. Sheriff with a shot and he puts it slightly wide. Any other time you'd expect him to put that in the net. And overall, we seem to be the better side, but it's anyone's. You don't know, do you, at the moment? It's only 30 minutes in, so we'll see how we get on. But at the moment, things are looking reasonably promising, as we've had plenty of shots and we've had 3 on target, but we just not any highlights at the moment. Another shot there, but it wasn't on target. And they come to half time, and I've got to say, we have been the better side. Things are looking pretty promising for us. If we can carry on like we are this half with the second half, I'm sure we can score a few goals. But that was quite a quick half. Team talk. All I'm going to do is say, go back out there, and I'm pleased to keep it going. That's all I can say. Everyone looks happy. See if the assistant wants to put anything in. He doesn't. So we'll get straight into it. Fitness is looking pretty good at the moment. We might have to make 1 or 2 changes in the sort of 10-15 minutes time, but it's looking alright at the moment. As the highlight finishes, and first 5 minutes, not much has really happened. Come on, can we get a goal here? Baisley's going to get it. He throws it in to Holborn. Holborn gives it to Baisley. Baisley tries to get it to someone, but he can't. But we get it, and Walker puts it forward to Cedric. Cedric with the ball now. He gets it off to Sheriff. Sheriff maybe gets a chance here. He's 1-on-1 with the keeper. He blasts it straight at the keeper, and it's a corner to us. And I've seen him score so many times like that, and unfortunately he couldn't. But Holborn now with the corner, he puts it in, but it goes straight to one of theirs, and it goes out for a throw-in. And we're keeping the pressure on, which is the main thing. But that's the end of the highlight, unfortunately. And again, looking at the stats, we are the better team. We just need to score. As we have another shot, it looks like, but it wasn't on target. With 20 minutes to go, we're going to make a few changes, see if we can change things up a little bit. Our midfield is looking absolutely knackered, so we're going to bring Outland on, definitely for that. And what we'll do is we'll move Coulson into where Hendry is. In fact, we'll just swap Hendry and Coulson and Outland around, and we'll take Hendry off, and we'll bring Joe Gasly on as well. Midfield, Dolman's looking a bit tired, so we'll bring Punter. So we're going bold. All 3 subs done with 20 minutes to go. But I feel we can get something out of this. As Coulson now puts in a free kick, gives it to Cedric. Cedric can't get it. Gasly's got it. He's got a bit of room here. Can he do anything with it? He puts a shot in, but it's straight at the goalie, and Jordan collects it. And with 15 minutes left to go, I just feel like we should have got a goal by now. We've got a corner. Coulson with the corner. He puts it in. Can we get there? We can't. Geisley gets it again. He comes forward, but he gets tackled. And unfortunately, they might try and break here. Goslin's got the ball. It's going to be 2-on-2, but we've got 1 or 2 players coming back. And Walker brilliantly cuts it out. And he tries to put a long ball to Cedric, but unfortunately, he can't. Jordan puts the ball forward, but we collect it here. And I thought Cedric was going to get there then. He doesn't know. Doyle now with the ball. And they are trying to get forward, but O'Brien cuts it out, and Coulson to Geisley. Geisley whacks it forward, and Sheriff's got maybe a chance here. He's got 2 players, but he gets past him. He puts a shot. Get in there, you bloody bastard beauty. Oh, you awesome. 1-0 to AFC Rushden and Diamonds. Sheriff with a goal again. It's been coming all game. 10 minutes left to go. We do finally score. Hopefully we can hold out now for the last 10 minutes. Oh, you... Yes, we're in the... This looks like we could get to the final. Get in there. Get in there. I mean, looking at the stats, you say, oh, they've got a corner. Don't do this to me. No, don't do this to me. They take a shot, but we put it over just. And they are got another corner. Don't do this to me. Come on. Get it out. Get it out. Get it out. He puts a long shot in, but it was offside, I think. Free kick to us. There's 8 minutes left to go. Do we go defensive? Or do I just leave it? Oh no, what do I do? Outland brilliantly holds it out. Coulson now with a ball. Can he put a good ball in? He does to Sheriff. Sheriff's got a chance here, but he can't do anything with it. And they've got a chance to come forward. It was Wise. We've got the ball. He puts it in, but Buffton gets it. 5 minutes left to go. And we're going to go defensive. We're going to just try and see out the last 5 minutes of the game. As he boots it forward to Cedric. Cedric's got a chance, but he can't do anything. Geisley's got the ball now. Does he do? He runs it past, gets to Coulson. Coulson gives it to Cedric. Cedric gets fouled. That's a penalty. I mean, I'm not quite sure what happened. It looked like he had to jump over his leg. So whether he was getting pulled and it was a bit of a sliding tackle, but it's a penalty and we have a chance. That is the main thing. If we can get 2 goals off, if we can score a penalty, we've had a lot of practice. If you saw my tweet out a couple of games ago where we it was actually in the round before this where we went to penalties. Had 18 rounds of the penalties, so we obviously usually only have 5 rounds at the most. But 2-0, get in there, you absolute beauty. Sheriff's 29th goal of the season for us, and really we can't be more than happy about that. And things have just gone from good to better, really, haven't they? Oh, can't believe that. O'Brien's looking tired. Everyone's looking a bit tired, but we've got a corner or free kick here, but it goes straight out for a throw-in unless Sheriff gets there. He does get there, but unfortunately he's going to get tackled straight away. But that's it, guys. We do win 2-0. We're in the final. I particularly go to penalties, and I'm surprised A.F.C managed to win this one. You cheeky bugger. You mean you're surprised we would win this? What can I say apart from passionately? We're in the finals. Congratulations. Everyone looks happy. And that's well. What else can I say? Oh my god! So we have a cup final in this first season. Absolutely brilliantly. Couldn't be more happy about that. Yeah. Oh my god! I'm shocked. I'm surprised. I can't believe it. Absolutely fantastic. We get a pricey £850 for winning that. That's the sum of this league. Or this cup. It's £850 for getting into the final. Right, guys. I'll do everything else in a minute. Is there anything really to talk about? There isn't else, is there really? Scheduling. When are we going to come back? When is the final? The final is there. We don't know who we're going to play yet from the looks of it. I wonder actually if I just forward it a day or so, will we find out who we're going to play? Does it say? Provide no shocks. A.F.C came and Hereford also through to the final. So we've got Hereford, which I'm sure you guys know. Hereford, one of the probably top non-league teams around, I would say. Flying higher, I think, if I remember rightly, in their league at the moment, which is the league up from us. I think they're winning it at the moment in real life. So, and I'm pretty sure most of you know. You've heard of Hereford. I'm pretty sure about it. Obviously, famous FA Cup win. I think it was over Newcastle. But yeah, obviously a Phoenix club in themselves, who I was thinking of doing at one point, but then like Jack Workspace did them last year, so I didn't want to do them. So I think that would be a great game. We will bring that eventually. But before that, what game are we going to bring? You know what? Before that, we'll go for something in the middle. Moneyfields or Bedford? You know what? We'll bring you the Bedford game. We'll do the Bedford game, and then we'll do obviously the cup final, I would imagine. But yeah, I'm still absolutely ecstatic that we won that. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the episode. I want to say a massive thank you for watching. Please drop a sub. Please come and like as well. It would mean the world to me. I'm going for 10 likes. I'm going to keep aiming for 10 likes till I can get it on a regular basis. Hopefully I will one day. Come and follow me on Twitter. My handle will come up. And yeah, I will see you.